All 22. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Giants and the Hawks coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the New York Giants.
Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Daniel Jones of the Giants, Russell Wilson of the Seahawks.
And I think that each quarterback wants to play this game with a faster tempo. They want to get the plays in quickly, get in and out of the huddle quickly, take just a few seconds at the line of scrimmage and survey the defense, and then attack. And I think that we'll see both offenses try to do that in this one.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Seattle.
Here's Reed.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
But for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again this Seattle Seahawks offense.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football, rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's Wilson to throw.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Now Wilson on first down.
A pass underneath for Carson.
3 yards the gain there, second down. To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense and leading them out. Their 3rd-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Throwing, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got his big tight end here.
Come on, breathe, baby, breathe!
Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, 73 yards. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The lone touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
There he was in the slot for the catch.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just...
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tough running, but not a ton to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Jones. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Reed. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks take back over. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Blake Martinez, the Giants' leading tackler last year, in to make the stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
The return is Reed.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 41, Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Forced out to his left. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Ross to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. 1st down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Barkley hit in the ball, pass free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll check that down to Carson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Gerald Everett, 31 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Boy, these these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And now here's Ross. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. A beautiful fake. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They'll hand off to Booker. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Steps away to his left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 1st down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackled it for just a short gain.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Booker on 1st down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Booker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Jones on 1st and 10. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
That one goes for 30 yards.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Gano the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Jones now from the gun on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Tay Crowder in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Carson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Ross to return.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. They'll give him a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 23 yards on the play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half out of quarterback Russell Wilson. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for the Giants. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked. as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing Jones. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. $39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll find Belor out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. O'Shane Zimenez in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Giants going to take over again on offense.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That catch good for only a couple.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On second down now, Barkley. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out now come the Seahawks. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A nice-looking play to start the drive. Down the middle and complete. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice throw. Big man catches the football for a first down, and that big man, that's DK Metcalf, the 9th receiver taken in the 2019 draft class. I think if we redid it, he might very well be the first one off the board. 83 catches for 1,300 yards last year.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And now here's Ross. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Play action. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Looking to throw. Jones. Finds his tight end Ingram. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. On the handoff, this is Booker, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Jones. Escaping the press, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Darrell Taylor able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, you think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gano for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time a 6-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Let's go, D. Big serious right here. We got to step it up.
Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Not much there, only a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They run for it with Carson, and he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Carson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Buying time to his left. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. O'Shane Zimenez able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Steps away to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
Now Ross to return. And he returns this to the 22.
Good one, boys. Let's go.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again.
And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right, and rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Now left side on the swing pass, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. 39 yards there, a big one.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A strong running. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
They go option right on second and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit. And
he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And now here's Ross. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing Jones. A short throw to Ingram, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Back to throw, Jones. Looking for Shepard deep, and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones throw on target to Shepard. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap, and this time the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the fourth quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play, and even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Dancing to his left.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it one bite at a time. Okay. That's the way they...
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Now Ross to return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now Jones. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. waiting from the gun. Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. To throw again on second down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Dexter Lawrence in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here comes Reed. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. 1 play and into the end zone. Gano now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Past midfield, look out. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now here's Ross. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.